There we go. Oh, you bought me. Alright. Good job. Want to do one more water part?
She wants to eat all the toothpaste.
Yeah. Maybe try.
I'm probably on straight water. Straight water.
Alright.
Don't get all quiet now that the camera's on. Are you a YouTube natural or what? Daddy was just like you when he didn't have his own YouTube channel. He was like, get that camera out of my face. You out of here? We're looking for a Blue's Clues. We're looking for a Blue's Clues. What you got there? Q-tips.
Bye-bye.
You wanna get those ears? Right, I'm not opening these up because you know what happened last time I opened one of these up for you? Yeah, you chewed off all the tips.
Go, mommy. It's the moment.
YouTube. What up? Peace to the triple G's, the Gods, Guardians, and the Gargantuans. Man, oh man. Let me talk to you for a second. So, the apartment fell through. It's not really that the apartment fell through, but the level of abundance that was required to secure that apartment wasn't exactly what we expected. This whole ordeal has been super expensive and has stretched, I shouldn't say broken, it has stretched the pockets to their fullest extent, to say the least. And yeah, when the property management started adding on all those extra fees after our application was approved and all of that, apartment wasn't worth it. It just wasn't worth it. I mean, the apartment wasn't even all of that. Like, it only had some west facing windows, so it never got sun. It was a pretty dark apartment. They had just put a new carpet in there because whatever happened with the person who lived there before then, they must have messed it up, and that's what was taking them so long. But the fixtures were kind of weird. The apartment was pretty big. The gated community that it was in was super nice. But yeah, like, I've seen apartments in the hood with, anyway. So, I was immediately faced with the question of, Matt, why don't you just move back home, right? And it's not that easy. Let me explain why. We do have a spare room and a whole basement that we can use. And while I stay here, I can stack chips. We both can stack chips. And I get to be with Aura every day in and day out, which is what I wanted. So yeah, seems like a pretty easy decision to make. But let me just go ahead and plug my store real quick. It's inero.com. Yeah, man, the store is doing all right. Just a few extra dollars in the pocket, some lunches, some dinners, some bills. So I appreciate everybody who's come through and shown support. Henna, we're not going out that way. Follow Papa. Come on, baby. Good girl. The store is love, because it's an opportunity for me to continue doing what I'm doing without having to go work for the man. So for undisclosed reasons, I have some huge reservations about living here. And of course, that begs the question, well, why not, Matt? I plead the fifth. But I will say there's nothing I wouldn't do for Aura and everything that comes with that. Ever since me producing offspring was a thought that sprang up in my head long ago when I was just a young man, I knew that I didn't want to do it at all unless I could be there for my child day in and day out until I died. I knew that if my children were to ever exist, they would have my ultimate commitment from one human to another. My child would have my unconditional love and admiration. I swore this to myself at a very young age because unfortunately, my mom made her transition when I was just 3 years old. And my pops, unfortunately, had some demons that he had to exercise before he could be with me the way he wanted to. And I say all that to say that my Aunt Joan had to raise me in her retirement years. And I love my elders, but I don't want to repeat what happened to me to Aura. Or I don't want Aura to have to go through the same things that I went through. So I say all of that to say that as much as I love to be in my own space, that pales in comparison to how much I want to be with Aura. So no, Valady and I aren't back together. Yes, we are going to therapy once a week, and I'm positive Valady and I will at least be able to mend our friendship. And I'm looking forward to that. Our word is our bond. And that's it. I digress for now. See you next time. Lazy on me? What happened to that puppy that would come to me wherever I was at as soon as I called him? Hey, nah. Relax.
Yeah. I'll be back. I gotta eat one thing. I'm coming. Be patient. Getting the tour now. I pulled it out. And now I'm coming.
That's what she said.
Walking down, walking down.
It's